Welcome back to the channel Coins Buyers. Today's video where we dive into the fascinating story of the 2013 D Roosevelt One Dime, a coin that at first glance may look like any ordinary piece of loose change you might find at the bottom of a drawer, in your pocket, or in circulation. But what makes it truly remarkable is its surprising and staggering worth that has been reported as high as $189 million, a number so far beyond its tiny face value of just 10 cents that it leaves collectors, historians, and everyday viewers stunned by the possibilities that lie behind the minting errors, striking mistakes, and peculiar mint mark anomalies that give such coins their extraordinary status in the world of numismatics. And to understand how this came to be, we must explore the history of the Roosevelt dime, the significance of the Denver mint mark, and the different ways in which errors occur during the production process at the United States Mint, because it is within these slight mishaps and imperfections that a common coin is transformed into a collector's dream and a piece of history worth fortunes beyond imagination, as the Roosevelt dime itself has been in continuous production since 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the nation's 32nd president who guided America through the Great Depression and World War II, with its design being a staple of American coinage, instantly recognizable and used in countless transactions for decades. But for the 2013 D issue, certain pieces struck in Denver carried unexpected quirks that changed their story forever, with errors ranging from off-center strikes to double dies where design elements appear twice or slightly shifted on the surface, planchet flaws where the blank metal disc used for striking had imperfections leading to strange textures or missing details, as well as die breaks that created raised lines or cracks across the coin's face, and perhaps most importantly misprinted or altered mint marks, where the small d meant to indicate Denver was struck incorrectly, appeared faint, misaligned, or in some cases entirely missing, and such details ignite the excitement of collectors who prize rarity above all else, because rarity is what fuels astronomical valuations. And while millions of normal 2013 D Roosevelt dimes exist and remain worth only 10 cents, the few pieces showing rare errors, minting defects, or unique characteristics are chased at auctions, private sales, and through coin shows where determined enthusiasts search for the next hidden gem that could be hiding in plain sight in circulation. And in the world of coins, even the smallest difference can mean the leap from pocket change to a multi-million-dollar treasure, as the story of the 2013 D dime valued at $189 million emphasizes just how influential the concept of scarcity, historical significance, and human error in minting can be, pushing values into ranges that most would never believe possible for something so small. And while some may doubt such figures, it is important to remember that the coin collecting market is driven by passion, competition, and the allure of owning something truly one of a kind, with wealthy collectors willing to pay staggering sums to secure coins that nobody else on Earth possesses. And this has been seen throughout history with other rare pieces such as the 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 1933 Double Eagle, coins that fetched millions at auction because they represented not just money but history, rarity, and exclusivity. And in the case of the 2013 D Roosevelt dime, it joins this legendary category thanks to its remarkable errors and mysterious anomalies that set it apart, making it a perfect example of how an everyday object can achieve mythic value. And for those watching this video, it becomes an invitation to look more closely at the coins you come across daily, because the possibility always exists that an unnoticed error dime or penny could be sitting in your pocket, waiting to be discovered and valued at sums far beyond the imagination. And while the exact coin commanding the $189 million worth may be unique, the principle remains that every error coin carries potential, every mint mark variation deserves a second glance, and every oddity in design is a chance to uncover wealth. And this is what keeps the hobby of coin collecting alive and thriving, constantly fueled by discoveries, mysteries, and the endless search for treasures hidden in plain sight. So the 2013 D Roosevelt dime teaches us that value is not simply about face value or metal content but about the story a coin carries, the history it represents, the uniqueness of its flaws, and the passion of those who seek it, turning 10 cents into millions and making something ordinary truly extraordinary in the world of rare collectibles. World of United States coins, and in particular we are going to explore the incredible story, history, and jaw-dropping value of the 1989 D Roosevelt One Dime, a coin that is turning heads across the numismatic community for being worth far more than its simple face value of 10 cents. with some extraordinary examples reaching an unbelievable value of $270 million because of its unique errors, mint mark mistakes, and the mysterious possibilities surrounding its creation, making it one of the most talked about coins in recent years among collectors and treasure hunters alike. And as we unravel this story, you will understand how a small piece of metal that fits in the palm of your hand can hold such immense historical and financial worth. So let's begin by remembering that the dime, which is 1/10 of a dollar, has been a part of American coinage for centuries, carrying with it not only monetary value but also a slice of history that connects generations of people. And the 1989 D Roosevelt dime was struck at the Denver Mint during a time when billions of coins were being produced for circulation. Yet despite such a large mintage, rare errors managed to slip past the strict quality control measures of the mint, and it is precisely those errors that have turned this common coin into a potential life-changing discovery for lucky collectors who happen to stumble upon one. Because what separates a regular 1989 D dime worth face value from one that could command millions at auction is often tied to errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, planchette mistakes, missing mint marks, misaligned dies, and other rare anomalies that coin experts and collectors always keep their eyes open for. And when we talk about mint mark errors specifically, the D mint mark, which represents the Denver Mint, has been found in certain cases to be either misplaced, doubled, weakly struck, or even completely missing. And these unusual varieties automatically elevate the coin's desirability in the marketplace, pushing its price far beyond ordinary circulation value. And when word gets out about such coins with unique stories attached to them, the numismatic market tends to react with high demand, fierce bidding wars, and skyrocketing auction prices. Which is why we are now seeing reports of some examples connected to the 1989 D dime valued at an astonishing $270 million, not only because of rarity but also because collectors and investors recognize the symbolic importance of owning something so unique, as coins are not just money but also miniature pieces of art, history, and national pride. And the Roosevelt dime itself is an iconic piece of United States coinage introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, featuring his portrait on the obverse and the torch, olive branch, an oak branch on the reverse symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. And over the years, while billions of these coins have been struck, only a tiny fraction of them ever carry the kinds of mistakes or oddities that make them incredibly valuable. So when one is discovered, it becomes the stuff of legend, sending shockwaves through the community and inspiring everyday people to start looking more closely at the change in their pockets. And what makes the 1989 D dime story so engaging is that it serves as a reminder that history, value, and rarity can hide in plain sight. Because imagine finding a coin that looks like any ordinary dime yet holds the potential to change someone's life with a value of hundreds of millions of dollars, a scenario that has already played out in the numismatic world with other coins that fetched record-breaking sums at major auctions. And when it comes to the 1989 D dime, the possibilities for errors are vast, with examples such as broad strikes where the coin design spreads beyond the rim, off-metal strikes where the dime may have been struck on a planchette intended for another denomination or die, cracks and cuds that leave unusual marks on the surface, all of which add to the coin's uniqueness and desirability. And the beauty of error coins lies in the fact that no two errors are exactly alike, meaning every single flawed coin is a one-of-a-kind piece that can command astonishing premiums. And that is exactly what makes the 1989 D dime such a hot topic, because beyond its small size and everyday use lies a hidden treasure for those who are lucky enough to recognize it. And the current market enthusiasm surrounding coins with minting errors has only increased their value further, as more collectors and even investors outside the traditional coin world see them as alternative assets that hold potential for massive returns. And when you think about it, it is truly mind-blowing to consider that while most people pass these coins along without a second thought, someone with a keen eye could spot the difference and walk away with a fortune. And this is why learning to identify rare errors, understanding the role of mint marks, and paying close attention to the fine details of coins is so important, because history has shown time and again that the smallest details can create the largest fortunes. And the 1989 D Roosevelt dime stands as living proof of this, reminding us that the value of money is not just about its purchasing power but also about the stories, mistakes, and mysteries that give it a life of its own. And as collectors continue to seek out the rarest Examples and auction houses prepare to set new records. The legend of the 1989 D dime will only grow stronger, inspiring both seasoned numismatists and beginners alike to keep searching, because who knows, the next extraordinary discovery might be sitting quietly in your pocket change right now. Where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare United States coins and uncover the story of the 2016 D Roosevelt One Dime, a coin that might seem like just another piece of small change in your pocket but actually carries a staggering value of around $331 million in today's collector's market because of its unique history, errors, and mint mark possibilities that make it stand apart from ordinary dimes. And as you watch closely, you'll see why this seemingly common coin has become a legend among numismatists and collectors across the globe. The Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946, replacing the Mercury dime in honor of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a significant role in leading America during the Great Depression and World War II, and also championed the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio, which makes the coin not only historically meaningful but also symbolically powerful. And every year millions of these coins are minted at various United States mint facilities including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But in 2016 something unusual happened at the Denver Mint, where the 2016 D dimes were struck. While the majority of these coins circulated as normal pocket change with a face value of 10 cents, a small batch left the mint bearing minting mistakes, die errors, and striking anomalies that would elevate their status from a simple coin worth just a dime to a treasure valued in the hundreds of millions. The face value of this coin is only 10 cents, but its collector value has soared astronomically because coin collectors and enthusiasts discovered that some 2016 D Roosevelt dimes feature mint mark errors such as double D mint marks, misplaced mint marks that appear in odd positions relative to the design, and even cases where the mint mark was weakly struck or partially missing. And these tiny details, when authenticated by experts, can transform the coin's value beyond imagination. Alongside mint mark anomalies, the 2016 D dime also appears with several striking and die errors, including off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, broad strike errors where the coin metal expands beyond its normal rim creating an odd oversized shape, and double die obverse or reverse varieties where the inscriptions or images appear duplicated, shadowed, or distorted. And each of these rare mistakes drives the coin's desirability among serious collectors who are willing to pay extraordinary sums to own such an exceptional piece. The possibilities of error coins from the Denver Mint in 2016 are nearly endless, since during high production years millions of dimes are minted daily and the chances of something going wrong with the dies or striking process increase significantly, and once even a handful of such coins escape quality control, they become accidental masterpieces that fetch life-changing money at auctions and private sales. This is why a coin like the 2016 D dime can be appraised and valued not in hundreds or thousands but in hundreds of millions, because rarity, historical context, and collector frenzy all merge to create astronomical worth. Collectors know that rarity is the ultimate driver of value in the numismatic world, and when a coin like this combines both a modern date with an unexpected set of errors, it creates a phenomenon that excites both beginner collectors and seasoned investors. The 2016 D dime's staggering market value of $331 million makes it stand out as one of the most jaw-dropping examples of how a small coin can hold an immense fortune hidden in plain sight, a fortune that could literally be sitting in someone's pocket change jar or bank roll waiting to be discovered by sharp eyes and careful inspection. Many people overlook dimes because of their small size and everyday appearance, but stories like this remind us that it is always worth checking every coin that passes through your hands, because that tiny piece of metal could contain a minting mistake or rare variety that changes your life forever. Imagine picking up a dime off the street or finding one at the bottom of a drawer and realizing that because of a mint mark anomaly or a striking error it isn't just worth 10 cents but instead carries the potential to be sold for millions. This is the dream that keeps collectors searching and motivates numismatists to study every detail under magnification. The 2016 D Roosevelt dime teaches us that value is not only determined by face value or how common something seems, but by the story, rarity, and mistakes that make an object one of a kind, and in this case the combination of Roosevelt's enduring legacy, the Denver Mint's high-output production, and the unexpected appearance of mint mark and striking errors all aligned to create one of the most valuable modern coins in American history. If you hold a 2016 D dime in your hand, take the time to study the details carefully under proper lighting and magnification. Check the mint mark location, the sharpness of the letters, the alignment of the design, and whether there are doubling effects or rim distortions, because you never know when your dime could be one of those rare treasures that the collecting community values at hundreds of millions. This coin proves that every single piece of change we touch carries with it a hidden story and hidden potential, and the 2016 D dime's astronomical $331 million valuation is a reminder that small things can sometimes hold unimaginable worth. So always look closely, always stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a coin, because the next great discovery could be resting in your pocket right now.